Welcome on in, everybody, to 12news.com. Luke Lyddon, joined alongside our sports executive producer, Jason Brooksby. We're talking all things Diamondbacks as they get ready for the NL wildcard race against the Brewers. Lot to cover, lot to discuss. Your initial thoughts headed into this series with the Brewers?
Well, they didn't go in winning, but it's a long season. The 4-game losing streak, you just kind of wonder what momentum they have going in.
Yeah.
They were a streaky team, so hopefully that might have ended the losing streak. They go in, they can start a new winning streak. So it's just kind of that uncertainty of knowing which team's showing up.
That does concern me a little bit. You lose 4 in a row. I think they've only scored 3 runs in those last 4 games. Their hitting has been abysmal, if we're being honest, in regards to them at the plate. I know last game of the season might not count, for lack of a better word, because they had a lot of champagne the night before celebrating their postseason berth. But I do wonder how this team will respond when they're going up against some great pitchers on that Milwaukee side. But interesting enough, we know Corbin Burnes is starting for the Brewers on the first game of this series. Brandon Woodruff was supposed to start the second game of the series for the Brewers. He had some injury issues early in the season. D-backs actually haven't faced him this year, but we just learned he will not suit up for Game 2 against the D-backs. So I think that's a big relief for the D-backs.
Some breaking news?
Yeah, some breaking news,
That's why you're one of our finest sports reporters here.
I appreciate it. I had to pay him to say that, yeah.
So,
but that opens up some possibilities for Arizona to maybe win Game 2, even the series, force a Game 3. We don't know what will happen for Game 1. But really quickly, when you look at Woodruff's numbers, when he came back from the injured list, he ranked 4th in the NL with a 2.59 ERA. So knowing the D-backs don't have to face him, it's got to give you some optimism.
no, pitching and then pitching matchups in the postseason. First thing I like to look at.
Yeah.
And obviously in Game 1,
We got a rookie.
quite a difference there, right? A 3-time All-Star, a former Cy Young winner against a rookie in Brandon Pfaadt. So it's always postseason, all the pressure, what's on the line, experience versus a rookie. But it's also an opportunity to show the world what you have. And so, but it's interesting, how will that play out, making your first postseason appearance. Only 1 win on the road this year for Pfaadt. Now he's going to be pitching on the road in a different atmosphere against a very talented pitcher for the Brewers.
And you got to imagine what that dialogue is like in between the ears for a rookie and Brandon Pfaadt. Hopefully he can settle in the game early on. He has a lot of promise. He's been making progress throughout the season, but postseason we know is a completely different story. How can you handle that spotlight? It'll be interesting to see. And we know this D-backs team doesn't have a lot of postseason experience, a lot of youth on their side. We know Corbin Carroll, he's probably going to run away, or he will get the NL Rookie of the Year, I'm sure. But we need more than just Corbin Carroll to make contact at the plate. You need Christian Walker. What'd you say, the 3 C's?
Yeah,
Let's hear it again.
We just played the Astros, right?
Yeah.
So I thought of the Astros they had their killer bees back in the day with Berkman, Bagwell, and Biggio. So, I was looking at what do the Diamondbacks have? They might have the killer C's with Corbin, Christian, and
Ketel Marte, but
with a C.
With a C. Just to make it work.
The killer C's.
Yeah.
A little bit of a spelling correction there. But going back to Carroll, he's the catalyst. And it's crazy that a rookie is really the catalyst of the offense. But he's had an amazing year. And if he can set the tone at that leadoff spot, he's getting on base. He has the speed on the bases.
Yeah.
I think that loosens up the rest of the lineup, gives guys on base, and Walker can drive some guys in, and then we got puts pressure on the pitchers as far as stealing bases, getting runners in scoring position in the postseason, where every run is going to be at a premium. So I think he is the catalyst. It's a rookie, so we'll see.
We got a rookie in Corbin Carroll, a rookie in Brandon Pfaadt on the mound for Game 1, and then we know it'll be Zach Gallen for Game 2, and if they force a Game 3, it'll be Merrill Kelly Game 3. So you got the aces coming in on the back end. But something that does concern me, the D-backs rotation, their starting lineup, it's very top heavy. You got some good heavy hitters early on, or good contact players, but then that back half, that concerns me a little bit because we know the postseason's all about really good pitching, and when you look at that second half of the starting lineup, it does concern me. If the top half can't get anything going, I fear the bottom half might struggle as well, and that's where I think maybe those hitting woes could continue for the D-backs.
That's why those killer C's need to set the tempo. Because that is a good 3.
It is.
And if they can step it up in the playoffs, then you just need some of those role players to find their moments, get a big base hit, just get on base, set the table for when they're coming up. But if those three can carry them, then just the rest of them just fill their roles.
Yeah. You should be the manager for the D-backs. I kind of like this cadence you got.
Let's talk about the manager, Torrey.
Yes.
I just call him Torrey because I think he should channel his Joe Torre now that they're in the postseason.
Yeah, he should.
Okay, Joe Torre, 14 playoff appearances as a manager, 4 World Series titles, 6 World Series appearances with the Yankees. He didn't win one of them because of our D-backs in 2001, right?
That's true. That is
but
true.
I like to just call him Coach Torrey. That just shows that, hey, this is a manager who just expects to be in the postseason.
And he knows what it's all about, too.
Knows what it's about, has the right mentality to steer the ship, because obviously there's going to be emotions, there's drama, there's veterans, there's rookies. But so I want our coach, Joe, to channel Joe Torre now that we're in the postseason.
I like that. And, you know, it's interesting. I got a quote here, Lovello saying, he's looking for stubborn, mature at-bats for the Diamondbacks with an all-field approach to string together offense against the Brewers. You know, it's so much easier to say that and have the players enact that, but hopefully that's the case. I'm just very interested to see how the youth on this team can handle this big moment because, you know, Corbin Carroll, Alec Thomas, the names go on and on.
Right. Every at-bat needs to be taken advantage of.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you never know in a playoff series when one at-bat just sets the table for an inning that could win the game. So every at-bat should be a challenge to the opposing pitcher that, you know, the game could be on the line here. It might be a run in the 3rd inning that holds up. It might be a moment early in the game throughout the course of a baseball game that makes the difference. So I like that challenge he's made to the offense.
And the one thing that also concerns me, this is more looking so in the past compared to today, because I know manager Torrey Lovello did say this team, the Brewers team, is very different from when they faced him months back. But the Brewers have thrown 9 shutouts since their matchup with the D-backs, including 3 in a row over the Reds back in July, who were really red hot during that span. I know I keep clinging to this, but the hitting woes, it does concern me heading into this matchup. And knowing that I know Corbin Burns, he's a great pitcher. He's going to be on the mound for the first game. I just wonder if the D-backs get shut out or only muster a few hits in Game 1, how will they respond in Game 2? I know it's a game at a time, and Woodruff will not be on the mound Game 2, but I just really hope they got to generate some momentum early, I think, to get that confidence going and knowing that they can generate some runs and some offense, because that's been very inconsistent throughout the season. Some great moments and some bad.
Right. I mean, if the D-backs can steal Game 1 with a rookie pitcher, then the series sets up nicely for them with Zach and Merrill. So going into Game 1, steal Game 1, turns quickly to your side. And so it'll be interesting to see, hey, lots on that rookie, but it can really change the series quickly.
So what is your prediction? What do you think?
Pain. I think no. We joked earlier, when I hear about predictions, I think of Rocky III when Clubber Lang, Mr. T, was asked his prediction when fighting the Italian Stallion. He said pain. So let's bring the pain with the Killer C's to Milwaukee, where you're going to be.
Yep. Headed out in a couple hours.
Giving us all the coverage that you're going to need.
Absolutely.
All the D-backs fans are going to be turning to you.
Yep.
With all the stories behind the scenes. And so, but I think Fott has a great appearance as a rookie on the mound. I think Corbin Carroll sets the table as a rookie offensively.
Yep.
They sneak Game 1, and then the series turns to the D-backs.
So your series prediction, I'm going to put you on the spot. I'll give mine as well. Do the D-backs.
It's a quick series, because it's best of 3 and it's on the road. But really, Game 1 is just so important in a 3-game series. And the Brewers are playing well. They clinched early, but they didn't just coast into the postseason. They knocked out the Cubs. I know that's kind of a regional rivalry, but they didn't just coast in. So they still have some momentum. But I think there's enough holes in that lineup. If they can get to Game 3 with 3 good pitchers, but with that experience in the Game 2 and 3, pitching could silence the Brewers' bats, and I think that we might have the pitching edge here as far as the starting pitching goes.
I like that. Okay, it's interesting because of Woodruff not being able to suit up for Game 2. My prediction: this is just right off the cuff, off the top of the head. I think they lose game 1, D-backs, and I think they actually win the next 2 because Gallen will be pitching, and then Merrill Kelly will be pitching in game 3. No Woodruff. I think D-backs take advantage, and I think they win the wild card series and advance on to play the Dodgers. And unfortunately, I think they do lose to the Dodgers in the next round.
Okay, but this is just the wild card preview.
Yeah, just wild card.
We'll save the
series
divisional
at a
round.
time.
Save the divisional round. We'll see how they play, and that thought may change.
The pitching is everything, and you got the 1-2 punch in Gallen and Kelly, and I think that might be the difference, especially with Woodruff out. So we'll see soon enough. Any final thoughts before?
Well, I just want to know if you wanted to make reference to all my notes here. I have all the statistics. I have the Brewers here and the Diamondbacks here. But through our conversation,
can you see it?
You know, I didn't reference them because a funny thing has happened in the last couple of years where I have to I can see them great.
Clear as day now.
Clear as day. And so my eyesight lasted longer than most, so I can still take some pride in that. But I have been humbled that I do need to break these out to see just exactly what Corbin Carroll's batting average is and his stolen bases. But I think our conversation kind of carried itself. We didn't have to reference some of the stats too much. We kind of just went with some of your thoughts and projections for the game.
The expertise, though. I love the preparation.
I was prepared.
That's what we're about here at 12 Sports. Glasses or not, no matter the age, we try to give you our best information we have at our disposal.
And that's why we're sending Luke to Milwaukee.
That's right.
Not that we just needed some space in the newsroom or anything, or a little, but hey,
he's going
to get us to a game 3
here.
and win a game 3, and then we'll work on those projections for the divisional round.
Absolutely, and hopefully I'll be the good luck charm, but we'll see soon enough. In every game, game 1, game 2, game 3, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, first pitch at 4:08 Arizona time. We'll bring you all the coverage here. 12 News, of course, online, 12news.com, and please tune in. 12 News at 10 o'clock and 1 p.m. each evening and afternoon. We'll see you there. Thank you so much for joining us.